Today, let's get into this build. I'm going to be showing you how to create Rogol Zaar, a very strong character, a character responsible for destroying Krypton, and also capable of putting Superman down with pure strength. Today, we're going to see if we can recreate this character and bring him to light. So just follow us along as we go, and let's see if we can get this character down the proper way. So let's take our time, let's go slow, and let's begin. Alright, let's start from scratch. We're going to hit our first 4 boxes going across. We're going to start off with our first box, and we're going to go with a light brown on the first box. We're going to move down to our second box, and for our second box, we're going to go with a dark red on the second box. On the third box, we're going to go with a light green for the third box. And for the fourth box, we're going to go with the all black for the fourth box. And we're going to repeat and just review over all the boxes again, so we make sure we got our colors and let you guys get some time to catch up. So we're just reviewing the boxes. We're going over everything we just did. Let's hit that last box. Alright, let's make our way down to the skin. Alright, for our skin, we're going to go with a light brown for the skin. Alright, let's move down. And for the eyes, we're going to keep the eyes on all white. Let's move on. For the hair, I'm going to go with a dark, let's do a dark brown for the hair. There we go. And for the makeup, we're going to stay with this color right here for the makeup. We're going to have a dark, like a mid-dark green. Let's repeat all our boxes, make sure we got everything right. I'm just going back over the boxes. Quick review. Let's get this last box. Alright, let's move on to our materials. These are going to be the materials that we're going to be using. Let's just review over those. Alright, let's move on. Alright, let's get into this part. This is my favorite part. This is where the character starts to come to life. We're going to start off on the face, and we're going to go with an evil eye for this style right here. This style is going to help us. It's going to give us that look that we need. Let's move on down to the shoulders. And for our shoulders, we're going to go with this style right here. This is going to help us get our shoulders together. That looks good. Let's move on down to the back style. For the back style, we're going to go with this cape right here. This is going to help us with that look. And as you can see, you don't even have to adjust the colors. Everything is already set. So let's move on. Let's move on down to the chest. Now, some chest styles you won't be able to get due to missing the events, but there's always a substitute. We're going to go with this style right here. This is going to help us out. Let's move on down to the hands. And we're going to go with this style here at the bottom, Son of the Mantle. Yeah, that's a nice style for the hands. Alright, let's move on to the belt. And for our belt, we're going to go with this style right here. This is going to help us. Alright, we're at the halfway mark. Let's move on down. Let's go with the Black Hawk, the pants. Let's move on down to the feet style. And we're gonna go with this style right here. This is gonna give us that bulky look for the feet. That looks about right. Let's move down to the hair, and we're gonna go with no hair. All right, let's move down to the skin. For the skin, we're gonna go with a undead look for the skin. And that looks about right there. All right, I'm liking that. All right, let's just go back up. Let's see what else do we need. We don't really need too much. All right, let's go start adjusting our colors. Let's get everything right. We're gonna start off with the chest, and we're just putting all our colors in the right spots. So just follow along as we do that. Let's go for the belt. Now make sure you use your materials. You're gonna need them on this belt style. All right, that looks right. Let's move on down to the pants. Let's get our colors in there. We're just adjusting our colors. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's move on down. Let's get something a little extra. This is gonna help us out. A little extra. I'm gonna go with the scarf. Yeah, that's gonna give us a nice look right there. Let's make a few more adjustments. Let's move on down. Let's go back to the hair. Now for the hair, you could leave it bald, but I'm gonna put a hairstyle on there and switch it up. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna put a material on it to give it a darker look. There we go. That's about right there. All right, let's go with that. And so far, it's coming together pretty well. I'm thinking the character's looking pretty accurate, pretty close. But let's go get some more stuff to put on them. Let's go get a weapon style. And we're gonna go with that. That's gonna be our weapon right there of choice. And we're pretty much done. Let's just do a review of our materials and make sure our colors are all in the right spots. And this looks good. I'm liking the way this looks. This came out real good. Yeah, this is the finished style right here. Yeah, let's back out and take a better look at it. Yeah, that came out nice. That's Rogol Zaar right there. Oh man, we definitely gonna have to take this out. Let's just do a couple more spins, look around at it. Yeah, that's definitely looking good. All right, let's go take this out for a run real quick. All right, we are back. We got our Rogol Zaar build. It's looking crazy right now. It came out real nice. I'm liking it. Wait a minute, let's just add one more thing to it. Let's give it an aura. Let's give it a different look on it, different vibe. I'm gonna go with something fiery. There we go. Energy vortex. All right. Yeah, that looks right. All right, let's just go through. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the gameplay. I'm using the power Earth. This is definitely a nice look on the character. Yeah, we're gonna kill some of these robots. And we're just gonna move around. I'm gonna show you some of the gameplay as I go along. So just follow along as I go. Now, when it comes to this character, this is definitely a strong character. And he's respected by other strong characters too. Also, this character, he's the reason that Krypton was destroyed. Definitely a character not to be played with. Having the ability to knock out Superman. It's definitely a top tier dangerous character. Alright, let's come over here. Let's get some more looks at the character. Yeah, but this is the build we've done today. The Rogol Zaar build. Came out real good. I'm liking the way it looks all around. Definitely a top tier build right here. But let me know what you think. Put your thoughts in the comments. But thanks for watching. Thanks for following. And definitely follow us for more to come.